my channel, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for notifications. Today I am going to cook something really delicious. I'm going to cook some haşe dimir dalna or haşe dimir. It's actually duck eggs, and we make it into a curry which is like delicious with like paratha, roti, or like plain old rice. So here are my duck eggs. You can see they're like big in size, and what happens in a duck egg is the yolk is the main part, so it has a big yolk. So I have already boiled 6 duck eggs and 2 potatoes which I have cut into big cubes. They're already boiled. So I am going to put some turmeric and some salt and a little bit of chili powder and mix my eggs up, like just season them, and I am going to fry them in my oil which is already super hot. I'm just going to take it off because it's super hot, it's going to burn. So we are just going to fry the potatoes and the eggs. Remember, your potatoes are already boiled, so it wouldn't take a lot of time. Always remember, when you're cooking with potatoes in a curry, boil them so you don't it doesn't soak up all that oil. So in goes our eggs. We're just going to lightly fry them on both sides until it gets a nice crispy red outside. That's too long, like maybe 1 minute or so to fry all these 6 eggs. You can see this is what we are looking for, like a nice crispy outside, but not too much again. Okay, we're going to take those off because that's all we want, and we are going to add in our potatoes. Again, we want the same thing for the potatoes. We just want a nice crispy outside. Okay, that's all we want for the potatoes too. See, we just want like a light outside. So we're going to take those potatoes off. We don't want to cook it too much because they're already boiled, and we don't want it to soak too much oil. So in that same oil, that's like a teaspoon of oil in there, we are going to add our onions. That's 1 small onion that is roughly chopped, or you can like slice them. That's what I have done. I have to slice them. And add a little bit of salt and a tiny bit of sugar. Okay, you can see our onions are nicely browned. Into that, we are going to add a little bit of ginger garlic paste. I'm not going to add too much, maybe 1 to 2 teaspoons. And in there, I am going to add almost 1 tomato, which is like a small tomato. Now, if you want it spicy, you can go ahead and add a lot of red chilies and stuff, but I am not going to do that. A lot of my family members do not like spicy food, so I'm just going to add a little bit. So in goes our turmeric and a tiny bit of red chili powder, just a little bit. That's for color. You're going to let that cook. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the salt so that all the onions and the tomatoes release some water and cooks in there. And we are going to let that cook until it starts releasing oil from the side. And you go ahead and add my garam masala, which is freshly ground garam masala. If you want to check out my recipe for the garam masala, make sure to check it out. I'll link it somewhere over here or in the description box. We're going to add a little bit of sugar. That's again coconut sugar. And I'm going to add 1 whole jalapeno, and I'm not going to cut it into half because otherwise it's going to get very spicy. In goes our potatoes. You can see it's starting to release oil from the sides. We're going to add in our eggs last. So in goes our potatoes. We're going to cook our potatoes in there. Maybe a little bit of water in there, and we are going to cover it up and let it finish cooking before we add our eggs. I am going to cover that up and let it cook. I'm going to lower the gas to simmer and let it cook until the potatoes are nice and mushy and almost like breaks apart. Okay, so this has been cooking and now we are going to check our potatoes. Oh, look, this is what I'm talking about. Your potatoes, as soon as you scoop it up with your spoon, it should just fall apart and break. So we are going to go ahead and add our eggs, some cilantro, and that should be it. We are ready to plate it out and enjoy it with a big plate of rice. Again, you can have it with like paratha or roti. It tastes delicious too. I can't wait to take it. Like, honestly, I got these duck eggs yesterday, and last night when I went to sleep, I literally was thinking, like, what am I going to cook with those? Like, when am I going to eat these? Okay, so we are ready to plate this thing out. So here you go, Hansher dime dalna or duck eggs curry. Enjoy it, make it, leave me a comment and try it out. Like it's a delicious one pot meal. Like just boil some rice and this, and you could see like this is simple. It doesn't need too many ingredients and simple to cook and delicious to eat. Enjoy!